Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I've been kind of running around with a chicken with a head cut off for the last 20 minutes trying to get all my stuff in order. Hopefully, everyone is doing okay. Thanks, Josh, for being here. Sorry about the late notice. Appreciate it. Some good friends already in the chat. We got David and Fred here. Thanks for showing up. We're trying a new location I've never seen anybody stream from before. These are the south runways. Got about an hour till sunset. We're going to see how long we can go with the camera. Camera's not traditionally very good at night, so we're going to do this is more of a pop-up test stream. We're going to see how things go. And then we're going to do, if they go well, we're going to do another longer show tomorrow morning from here. If they do not go well, we're going to try something else out tomorrow. Thanks, Fred. It was, I was freaking out when it passed me. I thought I was about to have a bunch of sheriffs right behind me. So according to Google Maps, I did a lot of research on this location. The place I'm standing is very similar to the H Hotel as far as distance from the runway and distance to where they touch down. So if you look at a map of LAX, you'll notice the south runways come inland a little farther than the north runways. So even though I'm a little further from the tower and all that, I'm about the same distance from the runways. In the morning, we should also get a good view of the planes coming into the north side, but we will not see them touch down from this location. They go behind all the other hotels. So I didn't have a lot of time. We came in from, I know a lot of you might know I went to Vegas over the holiday to see a couple of concerts. So we drove back to LA today, and we kind of took our sweet time. So we're a little late getting here, hence the trying to rush and get everything up so we can do a little bit of time uh, before we lose the sun. So as Josh is saying, let's see, we're waiting on this United. As Josh is saying, we can see the Proud Bird pretty good from here. There's a lot of. This is the Proud Bird. Oh, there's the sign. Had lunch there on Monday. Or was it Sunday? I don't remember. The days are all running together. I had lunch there last week. We'll just call it that. So normally on these road trips, I do a minimalist setup. And today it's even more minimalist because I did a dumb thing and lost a tripod in Vegas. So usually I have two tripods, one with the camera. And one. And I set one of the tripods down and walked away from it. So I am on an even more minimalist setup than I usually am. So Oliver, I head back to Hawaii on Sunday. Hello, Brad. Good to see you. I don't know when my first show back will be. I don't know if I'm going to take a week off or I'll do a midweek show. It kind of really depends on how work goes on Monday and how crazy it got while I've been gone. I'm going to try to do a midweek show, but I won't know the date of that till Monday night. I'll put up a new schedule Monday. Ooh, look at this. Okay, we're going to go wide on this for just a second. Give me 2 seconds. I got to do some behind the scenes work. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. So I lost track of that plain Jane 747. Something came up rather unexpectedly. So give me a second to get my wits in order. Hello, Sue. Yes, I had a fun time in Vegas, which is contrary to my last couple times in Vegas where I did not have fun at all. Something going on. Here we go. Oh, there it is. So we should be getting a 777 next. I believe that's a 777. Yeah, it is. It's a Air China. Oh, Southern Air China Southern Cargo. I'll get this right eventually. Coming in from Mexico City. Should be right upon us any second now. That's usually the reason I end up in LA, Oliver, because Mrs. Reverse Ops loves to go to Disneyland. So usually we do a deal where I do this for a day and then she goes to Disney for a couple days. This time was more about concerts though, so we didn't do Disney this time. Hello, O'Malley. Good to see you. Oh, late night surprise show, and I thought I would look at my mods are all turned up. You guys are making me so happy. Hello, LA Plane Spotter. Hope you guys enjoyed Boston and is it Saint? I could never pronounce that island. There's too many letters in there. I think it's Saint Martinique. Is that it? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch much of those shows live. I was traveling a lot, but I'm gonna go back and look at them. So we do have our good friend Kirsten in the chat, along with our other mods. Thank you for being here. So we have something we rarely see in Hawaii. We do see it occasionally. It's around here somewhere if I can figure it out. There it is. We don't usually get this variety of the UPS. We get a lot of the 747 UPSs, and occasionally we'll get one of these, and we'll get one of the MD-11s. Yeah, LA Plane Spotter. I like doing things no one else has done before, and you and Kevin have some great spots, and I actually used one of them last weekend when I was here. But I'll always try to find something different. So we have an Aero Mexico down there somewhere. I have problem is now I have my usually I have my tablet with flight radar on it right in front of me. Now it's off to the side because, like I said, I lost a tripod. Okay, O'Malley, that might be the most out of left field question I've seen in one of my chats. I'm sorry, I do not know how to get silly string off a tracksuit. So this is one of my favorites that we don't get in Hawaii. I love these Virgin Atlantic. For me, a lot of the time, it's the colors, and I know that sounds a little weird, but the red on these ones really stand out when they hit the sun. Hello, Super 80 Swiss Air. Good to see you. toes over? Yes, I did. I went to last night. We were at the Sphere in Vegas for Dead and Company, and usually I'm a little jaded sometimes when people tell me things are great, and I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. This was by far the most amazing screen. I mean, the Dead put on a great show. I mean, I would go see the Dead in a field, but with the visuals on this, they did a thing where they, if any of you know Dead history, they kind of started out in a house, one of those Victorian houses just up from Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco. Well, during the second song of the set, they put that house on the screen. And they started the song. And as they started the song, which was Franklin's Tower, if you're interested, they started going up like a drone shot. And it just kept going higher and higher and higher, and showing all of San Francisco, then all of California, then it got all into space, and it was just the most breathtaking thing I've ever seen. It finally gets all into space, and about 4 minutes into the song, the International Space Station flies over your head. And it felt like you were there. It felt like you were the one being dragged up into space. It was crazy good. So if you get a chance, they're doing a couple more weekends of this, I think through August. If you're in the Vegas area, you should really check it out. I give it 2 thumbs up. Next arrival is United. It's coming in from Tampa. There it is right there. Yeah, Brad, I tried watching a few of those AI ones. I think there's one in Heathrow and then there's one in Vegas. I've tried watching them, and maybe I'm just, talking as a plane spotting live stream. They're very formulaic, I mean, I don't try to make the stream about me. In fact, I'd rather it just be about the planes, but I feel I do add a little bit to the presentation. I hope I add a little bit to the presentation. But with the AI ones, it was just like, okay, follow the plane to this exact spot, and then pan over to this exact spot, pick up the next one, and then do it over and over again. There was no, an AI stream can't have Pop-Tart drama, and they can't flub up and call the plane the wrong plane like I do. I mean, where's the fun in that? If you Oh, we got Lady Cat in the house as well. Boy. So it's funny, LA Planespotter brings up the fireworks last night. When I booked the Dead show, I knew it was a holiday, but I had forgotten about the fireworks. So there was fireworks going on outside the sphere, so we didn't get to see those. There's plenty of fireworks going on inside the sphere, so that was pretty great. I usually don't associate with 4th of July with fireworks anymore because in Hawaii, it's not a big firework holiday. They have a couple of official shows, and then the military bases always put something on. But it's not. They don't have a lot of like they do here in LA, just random fireworks everywhere. We saved that for New Year's Eve. If you've ever been on Oahu in New Year's Eve, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, check out my live stream from last December 31st. About 2 hours in, you'll see the craziness that is Honolulu. At midnight on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I've been a deadhead since I was probably 14 or 15. Unfortunately, I haven't seen them live that many times. Growing up in Dallas, they didn't come to Dallas very often because the police in Dallas made it a point to arrest every deadhead they possibly could. So they didn't come very much. So they came in like 87. And then they didn't come back until, well, I don't even think they came back until it was Dead & Company in the 2017s, maybe. I did see the Dead with Jerry a couple times in Vegas, believe it or not. Back in the early 90s. Exactly, LA Plane Spotter. There's a lot of weird, a lot of cool stuff that comes through here. And it comes through here quite quickly. And that's what last weekend it was hard to get used to because it was, in Hawaii, you've been there, you usually get a minute or two between takeoffs. Here I could barely catch my breath. Hello, Sabine. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so LA Plane Store, I was here last weekend, and then I went to Vegas for a couple of concerts, and then I came back to Vegas back from Vegas to here this weekend. So I'm gonna this is kind of a test show, really, to see if this location works well. We're going to do another show tomorrow morning. I don't have a time for that yet. I'm going to try to base it around some A380s. We're leaving Sunday afternoon. I'll try to get out. If you guys are doing the big Sunday show from Clutter's Park, I'm going to try to get out there, say hello. All right, take care, Josh. We'll see you next time. I'll try to give you more warning. I'm a little behind in the chat. Sorry about that. I'm on the travel encoder, and it only shows me 5 at a time. Well, thanks, Rudy. I appreciate that. Thanks for being so kind to me and mentioning me on your stream. I really appreciate that. All right, the next one coming in should be Air Canada. It should be around the corner any second now. Let's see if we can... Oh, there it is right there. Matthew, I do not have an answer for that. I'm sorry. I don't know which side of the airport it'll be on. And 9:30, I don't know. Around 9:30 is when the two 8-380s come in from the north side. So I don't. If I'm on, I will try to get it done. I'll make a note of it, but I don't know if I'll be on at that time. I'm gonna try to give everyone as much notice as possible tomorrow. This one here is a little bit of a late notice kind of thing. If I'm lost your, oh, there you are. So I'd like to welcome Apollo Dan Music to the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. Thanks for being with us. You'll get all the comfort that the 717 provides as it whisks between the islands. The seats in economy don't recline, but you're never in the air long enough to notice. Someone will be by with your pog drink momentarily. Thanks, Super 80 Swiss Air. Those Maui streams are a lot of fun. That whole weekend was a blast. I met some really good people. Some local plane spotters. Oops. Thanks, Rudy. I appreciate it. Feeling is quite mutual. So let's see. Where is this American going? See if we can figure that out. Heading off to El Paso. We do have one coming in. Heading off, coming in from JFK to Delta. Quicker than I. You take the Delta or the American? so let's go with Delta. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that British one taking off. Looks like we're also going to get Condor in this direction in any second. Just before we got live here, we did have the Lufthansa take off on the side. The Lufthansa is there's the Condor. Audio went bad, huh? Okay, I'll look into that in just a second. There's a good chance I stepped on something. This is one of the ones that we definitely did not get in Hawaii, so we're going to follow this one. Next in should be a FedEx any second now. There we go. Hello, Wellington Flights Live. Good to see you here. echoing. Okay. Okay, I'll see if I can fix that in just 1 second. Probably a simple fix. Hello, Ramberto. Good to see you. Let's see if I can look at that audio real quick. I'll wait for this next American to go. Ah, that's probably the problem right there. Let's see if this helps. Okay, audio gain, that's good. Okay, let's see if this will work. The echoing should be a little better. It's good to have you all here. I'm sorry I didn't give everyone a great notice. I didn't know what time to schedule the stream for, since it was only going to be a short test of the internet and everything in this location. It's not exactly an internet hotspot. Shows how many people have their notifications on. That's good. This is one of the big bananas. No, we don't get Spirit at all out there. The only really budget one we get is Southwest, but they're quickly not turning into a budget anymore. They're turning into one of the big guys. Yeah, fire truck. I think I might have been mistaken about that. Sometimes I have a tendency to get things completely wrong. So I don't. I think I was wrong about that. We do, however, get some things that come through Hawaii on as they're being moved around. So they're like we had an Allegiant come through that was painted overseas and came through back to the U.S. And then we get a lot of the smaller Qantas planes that like that new green one, and even a couple of the Dash 8s that come through Hawaii, Qantas neat planes will come through Hawaii on their way to their destination because of the distance involved. It's one of those things you have to take what I say with a grain of salt, because sometimes I'm just flat out wrong. So I'm not the encyclopedia of airplane knowledge that a bunch of people on the streams are. So I'm just here because I love airplanes and I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you very much, everyone. Quick 100 likes. This is the time of night when the autofocus starts to play tricks on the camera. So I did make a couple of items for the merch store that was specifically for LAX. And there's a promo code as well. So while we wait for the next one to, I'll show you this. Promo code LAX gets you free shipping on all the LAX merchandise. All the reverse ops LAX stuff that I created just to help me pay for this trip. So anything you can pick it up, from a can koozie to a bumper sticker to a t-shirt. There's even a poster in there. The poster was made simply because I wanted a poster. I've never done a event poster for myself, so I thought I'd do one. But again, everything but the poster for the LA stuff is free shipping. That'll be good until I get back to Hawaii, so through the weekend. So please head on over to reverseops.com and check those out. Looks like the British A380 has lit up. That's good news. Take a few minutes to get over here. Sorry I'm not calling out more of these planes. It's I lost one of my tripods while I was in Las Vegas. So I'm one tripod short. I can't put up my tablet that has all the flight information. So I have to keep reaching behind me. But we'll just play it like old school plane spotters before fancy flight radars and things. Pretty good lineup of planes coming up here. There's a Swiss mixed in there with that Flyby. Well, the French bee, sorry, messed that up. The British one is still on the taxiway over there. I don't know how much longer after the British goes we'll stay around, because it's going to get pretty dark here pretty quick. Sunset is less than 10 minutes away, and my camera does not handle the darkness very well. I don't think I've done a couple streams from here at LAX. I did 3 last week. And I did a couple earlier in the year. I don't think I've ever caught the French. This one, I don't think I've ever caught it in a stream. If any of you are here for my last stream, last week I did this whole stream specifically to get the A340 leaving, the Lufthansa A340. That was the entire purpose of doing the stream. I wanted to catch that beautiful plane leaving. And about 25 minutes before it left, the marine layer washed in and completely obscured the airport. I mean, not even just like, oh, it's a little cloudy. I could not see the nearest taxiway. I was over at Imperial Hill. I could not see the nearest taxiway. You could hear the planes go by, and you could hear the planes land, but you could not see anything. And I have to give a special shout out to all those people who stayed through the last 45 minutes of that stream, where all we are looking at is a gray screen, literally a gray screen for 45 minutes or so, waiting, hoping to get the A340. And just as the A340 rolled, I could see its lights. We just happened to see it as it cut through some clouds, cut through the marine layer. I've never been happier as a plane spotter to see that plane. I was like a little giddy little schoolgirl. It was amazing. I had such a good time, and I want to thanks again to everyone who sat through that with me. There was like 100 of us in the room, just watching Gray, just talking. So after this stream, I might run out, grab some dinner, and find a local Best Buy to grab another tripod. Definitely not an expense I was planning on for this trip. tripod is, not the dinner. I figured I'd be eating dinner. Those Pacific hurricanes and the ones that come up through the Gulf are crazy. I mean, it's like they develop and then all of a sudden they're on top of people at very strong levels. It's crazy. We get hurricanes out in Hawaii. We get a couple, probably 7 or 8 named storms in the Pacific between Baja California and Hawaii. Not very many make it across the entire Pacific. So even the ones that do get close to us, we got a week or more of lead time. And I think it kind of makes people a little complacent because there hasn't been a big one since the 80s. The 80s? 80? Was it early 90s? It was a Niki that hit Kauai. So I think there hasn't been a big one since then. So I think a lot of people are getting complacent. Me included. I will definitely do that, Rudy. Our plane doesn't leave till 3 in the afternoon, or sorry, 6 in the evening. So I'm gonna try to do some more plane spotting that morning. So So my next concert trip, I'll be on that exact flight coming back from London. Unless they change it. They keep changing my flight for some reason. I guess I booked it too far in advance. There's the British. I tried to get on this one, but the logistics to get on this one from Hawaii were just... It's one of those, you gotta do a full day layover. And when you're already flying halfway around the world, doing an extra full day layover is kind of tough. Last year, the year before, the British A380 out of Dallas, at a DFW, was on a different time schedule. So we went over to London last year to go Honolulu to Dallas, and then we had like a 9-hour layover, and we were able to get on the British A380 there to Heathrow. I'm sorry my kanji is a little rough, but welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah. But toes over, I think those are the last two main or big hurricanes that hit Hawaii. We had the one 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago, that came off the coast, the northern coast of Oahu. And then we had one that kind of skirted the Big Island. Hello, Mark. Perth Mark, good to see you. Yeah, I don't ever want to talk about the special moments of plane spotting. I hope I don't ever become jaded. And, like, it's just... I love it when stuff like that happens. You see so many planes and you can still get so excited to see that one special one. I hope I never become jaded. Sounds like someone out here didn't use up all their fireworks last night. I left the big tripod, the one I'm using now, in the car, but I took the smaller tripod up to the room. Well, it didn't make it as far as the room. But I took it that way because I wanted to do a time lapse. We had a pretty good strip view room, so I wanted to do a time lapse of the strip from at sunset because we were facing east. So where does that British go? Oh, there he is. We were facing east. So I wanted to get the shadows of my building washing over the shadows of the buildings across the street, and then all the lights coming on. So I needed the tripod to do that against the window. Luckily, I was able to wedge the camera up on the chair and I did get the time lapse. So it's not all is lost. I did get the time lapse. And it actually worked out really neat because we were staying at Treasure Island. If any of you Vegas people know, Treasure Island's kind of right there in the middle of everything. And right across the street is the Wynn, kind of across and to the left a little bit. And the sun actually reflected off the Wynn and went all the way down the Wynn in the time lapse. Actually worked out really well. I actually, believe it or not, I actually finished in the positive on my wagering. I don't bet a ton. I'm not a big gambler, but I did hit a nice 4 queens on a video poker machine that pushed me back over into the positive, so that was good. Yeah, that year was pretty insane in Hawaii. What Toes Over is saying is there was a huge storm on the North Shore. Well, pretty much the whole island of Hawaii, but it really devastated that area. The people up there, it changed everything about their lives. I mean, there was huge flooding. And if you've ever been on the North Shore of Kauai, it's one of the most magical places on the planet. In fact, that whole island is just pretty magical. And then the same time, well, not the same exact time, but similar year, the volcano Kilauea was erupting on the Big Island and going through neighborhoods. If you've never seen video of that, go look at that. It is unbelievable looking at how fast the lava is flowing through neighborhoods, not just out in fields and whatever. It's actually flowing down streets. Usually when the lava gets flowing really good over on the Big Island, I'll go over and watch it. That time I chose not to go because, like I said, literally it was going through people's neighborhoods, and I just didn't feel right about it. I did catch the Mauna Loa eruption. If you guys saw that on the news early last year, where it was erupting from the summit, something it hadn't done in 20 plus odd years. And so that, by far, is probably the most amazing thing natural event I've ever seen. It was, if you've ever been to the Big Island, there's a road called Saddle Road that goes from the east side to the west side and cuts between Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea. Gets up to about, I think it's about 6,000 feet, maybe, somewhere in there. But the viewing area was off Saddle Road, and I was standing there watching lava flow down the side of the mountain from 14,000 feet all the way down to about 7,000 or 8,000 feet. It was amazing. There was plumes at the top that you could barely see that were well over 200 feet tall. Okay, I'm going to shut up now while British takes off. Hello, Dr. Petrovich. I wish I could help you out, but unfortunately, I don't know anybody. All right, so let's give a check on the old flight radar to see What the? Anything's popping up here. I don't see any interesting arrivals in the next 25 minutes on the North Shore. I don't see anything heading over this way. Aer Lingus might be coming this way. So if Aer Lingus comes this way, we will... Oh, there's an interesting one. How did I not see this one? Ah, that's a cool one. And hello, Airtiki. Sorry your invitation got lost in the internet. So that right there was another, whoops, another American Airlines retro livery I can cross off my list. That was Allegheny Air. I had never seen that one. That's a 321. American doesn't send any of the retro to Hawaii. Camera's holding up better than I thought it would to the lack of light. I'm really surprised. It probably has a lot to do with there is a ton more ambient light here in LAX than there is on the reef runway. If you're trying to do the reef runway, we do some night stream or some sunset streams on the reef runway every once in a while back in Honolulu. And hello, Jen. Good to see you. That reef runway out there gets very dark, so that it kind of makes it really hard to do a night stream. But seems to be a ton more ambient light here. The camera's doing way better than expected. Hello, Brandon. So a bunch of friendly faces showing up here. Sorry again for the lack of notice on this stream. We drove in from LAX, or we drove into LAX this morning from Vegas. I was not sure what time I would get to this location. And honestly, I had no idea how the internet would be at this location. I was a little surprised how good it is, considering what we're actually standing on. Yeah, if this was the reef runway by now, all you would see is the marker lights. It would kind of look like a Christmas tree at night. I mean, all you would see is the green and red lights. Yeah, Brandon, I kind of bookended my vacation with LAX. I was here last weekend for a couple shows. And we drove to Vegas for 4 nights to see a couple concerts, and then we are flying back out of LAX on Sunday. So we're going to do a couple more shows this weekend, kind of sandwich the trip with LAX. Unfortunately, there was I couldn't do a Vegas stream, even though I really wanted to. But in Vegas, it was 114 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. I don't know what the heck that is in Celsius. On the drive back here today, out between Baker and Barstow, kind of in the middle of the Mojave Desert, it got up to 123 degrees on us. Let's see what's coming this way. The only thing I see on this side now is this banana. Let's see. Alright, I think that Aer Lingus still on the taxiway, but I think it is heading this way. I haven't quite figured out all these loops they do. Sometimes they look like they're heading one way, and next thing you know, they're going back the other direction. So it is currently heading this direction. We're going to call that the last plane of the show if it comes this direction, because that's another one we do not see in Hawaii. We don't see any of the European airlines. The only ones from Europe we actually get are the military. We've had a bunch of French through the last couple of months. MRTTs and A400s. We did have a Belgian A400 a couple of weeks ago. And I hear there's a lot of stuff rolling through right now. My Instagram is filled with Honolulu spotters seeing all kinds of cool stuff that I am not there for. In case you haven't heard, Rimac. Rimac is short for Rim of the Pacific. It's a biannual. Is it biannual? Is biannual every other year, or is biannual twice a year? Whatever. Every other year, they do Rimac, and it's a multi-nation event, multi-force, multi-nation. Started on the 26th, so it's going to run through the end of the month, so we'll do some Rimac focus shows when I get back. So if you like the military action, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Unfortunately, there's no sorry, I lost that one. Couldn't see it on my screen. There's no schedule for the military activity, so I don't know exactly what's going to go and when's going to go. But I'm going to try to put us in the best possible location and time to hopefully catch some, and maybe we'll get lucky. So I think someone asked if I could see the sunset from this location. The sun is already set about 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago. It was blocked out by some of the other hotels over there. Some of the hotels down Century Boulevard. From here on the top of Randy's Donut, I cannot see that. United Connections. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. United Express. It's Delta Connections. Sorry about that. Where are you, little shamrock? Ah, oh. It's right behind the one I'm looking at. So this one here, so it's about ready to go. The one we're waiting for is this one here. Also have a United coming in over here. I like this. I like this nighttime stuff. This is nice. Nice and cool. No sun glaring in my face. Thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate you being a member. 4-month anniversary. Sorry, my encoder does not show your full message on there. After every show, I send the logs over to the encoder manufacturer, hoping they'll fix it. They have not fixed it yet. 15 minutes out for Luxembourg, 747 and out. See, now you're talking my language, Ringoberto. Alright, alright, we might go into overtime. Let's see. Alright. Alright, new plan, boys and girls. We're staying for Cargo Lux. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to look at the control tower for just a minute. I have to go get a drink of water and change a battery. So give me 2 seconds. Look at this real quick. We'll come back. We'll do a few more planes and we'll see Cargo Lux. Okay, I am back. I think just in time for a plane. Yep. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can. Now it's getting really dark. Let's see if we can. After this plane, we'll see if we can lighten things up a little bit with the camera magic. Alright, let's see if we can lighten things up here. Just 1 second, bear with me. That's about as bright as things are going to get with this camera. So hopefully we can see Cargo Lux when it gets here. Thank you very much. 150 likes. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning into this pop-up stream. See if we can. Alright, so next flight in should be United. Let's swing over here and see if we can get that. Oh, there we go. You're quite welcome, Rudy. Thanks for being here. I like the pop-up streams too. I mean, I usually try to put out a schedule, but it's always nice when you flip on YouTube and something pops up that you weren't expecting. Alright, looks like Cargo Lux is probably, looks like they're second for arrival. Before that, we have a 321, American 321 coming in from Boston. And then it'll be the Cargo Lux after that. So out of all the times I've been to LA, and LAX specifically, the first time I ever got around to eating at the Proud Bird was this past weekend. That was not what I was expecting. I'd seen pictures of the Proud Bird before they remodeled it, so I was expecting this very old building with, lots of wood, and it's very nice. It looks kind of reminds you of eating inside of a hangar a little bit. you get a chance to hang out there, it's really fun. I got a good shot of Ita coming in over there last week. I'll post that on my Instagram as soon as I get back. Got a little slow here. It's okay. Still hanging out, waiting for a queen. I got a little surprise on my very first stream here in LA last weekend. We were doing it from the parking garage on the north side, and everything got super quiet up there for like 20 minutes, and I was very freaking out because I was tap dancing as best I could and trying to keep people entertained with absolutely zero planes coming in or out. And then Air Force 2 popped her head around the corner, and that explained why there was no planes for 20 minutes or so. So that was a fun one to see on the first stream. We caught the same plane the next day on the second stream, but I don't think the vice president was on it because they didn't halt any traffic for it. Now we're about a minute out from that American, and then it'll be Cargo Lux. The American's coming in from Boston. I'm not sure if I said that or not. It's amazing the people who didn't finish their fireworks last night, because there's a lot of fireworks going off tonight. I just can't, it's a little too far away to see on the camera. All right, here's an American leaving. The one from Boston should be over my left shoulder here in just a minute. There's the American. Let's see. There it is. Still blown away by how cool it is here by LAX, and just, 15 miles away, it's 30 degrees hotter. Last Sunday, we drove from here, and it was 68 degrees or something at the airport on Sunday. We drove up to see a friend of mine who lives in the valley, and it was 100 degrees in the valley when we got up there. Cargo Lux should be over my shoulder in just a second. We're gonna pan away from the banana here real quick. I don't want to miss this. Okay, with that queen in, I think we're gonna call it a night here. It's been a lot of fun. Good, good test stream. The internet seems to be holding up pretty good from here. Hopefully my car is still where I parked it. I don't know how good this neighborhood is. And now I have to go climb off a donut. Alright, so we'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to get up the stream preview up as soon as I can. I will hopefully everyone gets a chance to tune in tomorrow. We'll be back here at LAX. But I had a real fun time today. Thanks for everyone showing up on the late notice. Thanks to all the mods that were here. Really appreciate it. There's a little, I'm gonna show a little video to thank some of my upper tier level members. Really helped this channel a lot. Keep it going, keep it in the black, as they say. But again, thanks Brad and Lady Cat and Kirsten and Josh, and I hope I'm not missing anybody. I think I have everybody. I think so. But again, if you have a need for some more branded merchandise that says LAX on it, you can check out my shop. I have a bunch of LAX branded stuff with the Hollywood Star t-shirt, some I Like LAX gear, some t-shirts and can koozies. I like the can koozie. It actually the logo looks really good on it. But then you can use the promo code LAX to get free shipping on everything but the poster in the LAX section. So thanks again everyone for being here. Appreciate it. Hope you get a chance to order some merch. It really would help pay for the trip. We'll see y'all mañana, as they say. Brandon, I'm not sure exactly what time, but I'm going to try to get the stream preview up as soon as I know for sure. I have to double check some flight times and make sure we maximize some of the quad jets during the stream. Most likely it'll be mid-morning, Brandon. I'm gonna try to sleep in. Who knows? Those 5 a.m. cargo queens might call my name, though, so you never know. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks, Brad. Time to climb down off this donut now. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Aloha.